Well, we're back after a month and a half long break.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Super Bowl was the last game we streamed, and today was the start of free agency. So we're here to talk about all the fantasy relevant positions, and which pretty much means everybody, right? Because when a defensive player goes over there somewhere, it has implications on the defense. So,
Absolutely.
I want to start with quarterbacks because that's probably the best discussion, right?
Oh man, well, we had quite a day today when it comes to quarterbacks and who went where and what.
There were a lot.
Well, let's
Off the
start
top
with
of your head, what do you think was the best signing?
quarterback wise. I mean,
Yeah.
right now I think it's Gardner Minshew going to the Raiders.
Oh shit.
That could play big right away. I mean, we'll see with Russell Wilson. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh off the bat. He is going to the Steelers,
I
and then
mean, they have good weapons there.
you also have Kirk Cousins going to the Falcons.
That's my
Also,
pick. I think that's my pick. It's either that one or Russ to the Steelers. Only because they have weapons there. Like Atlanta doesn't have Arthur Smith anymore. As a matter of fact, he went to Pittsburgh to be the offensive coordinator. So what does that mean? They're probably just going to run the ball a lot. And then the situation in Atlanta is going to switch to fucking Pittsburgh. So maybe the fucking receivers for Pittsburgh are going to equal what, Pitts and London were doing these last couple of years, which is really a lot of nothing because all they do is run. So maybe Najee's stock goes up.
very well.
And of course, all the Falcons stock go up with Kirk going there. And so I think Cousins is my number one signing for quarterbacks. He's going to change that offense. Like, remember, I used to criticize and say, why fucking why take all these weapons in the first round? London and Pitts, and then you don't even throw the fucking ball. But then you get Bijan, and you don't even give him the ball. You're fucking in a committee. They have him in a committee with Tyler Algier. What are you doing? Arthur Smith needed to go. I don't know. That guy just, I don't know what's in his brain.
He's definitely gone. He's elsewhere now.
Yeah, he's in Pittsburgh.
So he's going to be fiddling with old Russell Wilson.
Oh, what's his new slogan going to be when he's giving interviews?
Steelers countries. Let's weld.
Let's weld.
So let's smelt.
Let's smelt. I like weld better.
You like weld better?
Yeah, definitely. But Cousins, yeah. What do you think about the amount of money Cousins got? 4 years, 180. That's $45 million.
I mean, dude, he got paid,
and $100 million guaranteed.
I think he'll make up and get the rest of it for sure. He might not be the same dude before the Achilles exactly, but I think he'll be able to get it to some of these players for sure. He was never a running QB.
Yeah.
So for me, I think he'll be okay, and he'll do just fine throwing it down the middle of the pits, handing it off to Bijan. London's going to get to be a number one for the first time.
It shouldn't affect him the way like Justin Fields in his late 30s. Philo, what's up, man? I play that Western game with Philo. How does this man keep getting paid? Cousins, that is, dude. It's not like he's a bad quarterback. He's just not. He's not elite, but I think it goes to show that that's just the fucking that's the market for quarterbacks, right? Like if you're a starter, you want like look at Baker. What did
Oh
Baker
yeah,
get?
yeah, but you know what? Baker deserves what he got, and good for him
Baker's
for
is
getting a
less
deal.
money, but it could be 115 million. That's probably tied to like Pro Bowls and playoff wins and shit like that. But yeah, so Baker gets less, Cousins
But
gets
he's still,
more. But if you look at Cousins' stats, like they're actually decent. Let's see if does this take me to the stats? Yep. Can you see it? Career. So he's got 270 touchdowns to 110 interceptions. That's more than 2-to-1 ratio. And you know me, that to me that's the like if you're above 2-to-1, good. But like the higher the better. And he's somewhere like 2 point something, 2.4 or something like that. But I mean, he's always at around 30 touchdowns or he goes over it, right? 29, 25, 27, 30, 26, 35, 33, 29. And he only played in 8 games this year, but if you double his 18 in 8 games, he would have gone over 30 probably.
yeah, he was having a great year.
Yeah. And so like he's not terrible. He just I think the knock on him is he doesn't win the big game, right? He's never really won the big game. Or
Not the
he
prime
doesn't win
time.
yeah, he doesn't win at night. That's what it is.
He doesn't win at night, which normally are the big games. The
But yeah, I
big
mean,
boy games. Unless you play in Houston, then you play all the daytime games.
I know, right? They need to swap. They should swap out time slots.
Yeah, you guys take Kurt just to have him. It's like, all right, we're gonna win now.
No,
We
then
have
they'll
him. We're
switch
just going
us.
to day.
They'll switch us back after that.
Yeah, they would. The bastards.
They would. But okay, Jacoby Brissett is back with the Patriots. I don't think that matters too much. They're probably going to
No,
draft a rookie in April, so he's
they could
he's
all.
just going to be a mentor and a backup. That's it.
They're one of those teams that could possibly go get the still floating Justin Fields.
I'd rather get a rookie.
And,
I'd rather not know with a rookie than to go with Fields.
then where does Fields go?
You know what? I maybe they just keep him there to back up Caleb Williams. What if he gets hurt? Then Fields can play.
Let us know in the chat where y'all think Fields goes.
And then you could always trade him later. You don't have to trade him now. You could trade him later in the year or next year. Like I don't know. Everybody always wants it done now. But
Well, I mean, if it's not going to work, then you sit on it. But I mean,
yeah.
in that case, what does he play?
Well, I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I just don't think he's a very good quarterback. Like throwing the ball, he can't really throw it. In Ohio State, he was like loaded with talent around him. So I think they elevated Fields, and then the whole combination of him being able to run, that's what gave Fields, his crazy stats at Ohio State. But in the pros, it's different in the pros. So I just don't think Fields has learned anything passing wise in the league. Now he's also had fucking what's his name? God damn it, I can't remember his name. The previous coach. I always would make fun of that guy. I don't fucking remember. It's a different coach now. Eberflus. I think this is his second year, but I feel like even Eberflus isn't doing anything to better Fields. Like all these guys have had a chance to get him better, and he doesn't.
And it doesn't work.
He does not improve. Like I've seen enough of Fields. Pilo says I could see him staying in. Oh, okay. He got confused. Sorry, not Fields. My bad. It's okay.
Yeah, retraction. We'll take it.
But that's exactly a kind of splash move Jerry would want. the thing is, they're gonna keep Dak.
It-
I don't think you need to get rid
well,
of Dak
they
yet.
Dallas still also just got that guy from
Oh
San
yeah,
Fran. He's
Kyle,
just sitting there.
or what's his name? I don't even
Oh,
fucking remember his name. Trey Lance. That's
Trey,
it.
there you go.
Trey Lance. Yeah, I fucking had him in Dynasty, and I was like itching to fucking get rid of him. And he didn't do as good this year as he did last year. Or no, wait, he got hurt, didn't he? He got hurt this year, or was that last year? I don't even fucking remember. Well, Wilson signed a $1 million deal because Denver's
Yeah,
paying him like
1 year.
a bunch of money, so like he doesn't need a big
Steelers are
contract.
getting the Steelers are getting like a free relationship for a year.
Pretty much.
Like we're getting to take it around the curb, hit a couple curves, park it in questionable territory, see what happens.
Okay, Tannehill has not signed, but this guy's saying he would best fit as a backup. Probably right. Jameis is not signed. Minshew goes to the Raiders on a 2-year, $25 million deal, which if they don't go after a quarterback in the draft, Minshew could probably start for them, and that wouldn't be that bad. Honestly, that would probably be better than fucking
No,
Garoppolo starting.
I well, with his addiction to extra salami on the sandwich, if you know what I'm saying, he might not be slinging any pigskins.
I thought you were going to say extra eyeliner.
Boy, he likes that. Well, no, that's Derek Carr.
Oh yeah, that's Derek
Derek
Carr. Never mind, never
Derek
mind.
Derek Carr is the guy liner king.
That's true. But
He'll get offended.
Jimmy uses it too. You know he does.
Jimmy doesn't have to. He unless he's trying to be more like Rocky Balboa, like he doesn't have to.
And your boy Tyrod Taylor, also 35 years old, but not signed yet. So in fantasy, who would you draft first?
Ooh, who was at the beginning of the list there? I heard you say T-Mobile at the end, and
Yeah, he was the last one. To me, the only options in fantasy are Cousins, Baker, Wilson, and Minshew. But even
I
then,
think
Minshew's a wait and see type of thing, especially with the draft. Excuse me.
I mean Wilson could. Well, that's going to be interesting. I think Cousins is your biggest upside.
Yeah, I'd
I
go
think that's
Cousins.
easiest plug and play. I was joking when I said Minshew to the Raiders because I mean it's a good signing for them because it could fit for what they need. As like you said, when they go and get a guy and get him going, and Minshew's a guy you can just plug in and be like, "Hey, go win some games,"
And he will.
and he will.
It might not be like 500, or no, it might be right around 500. You're probably not going to get an 80% winning percentage, but he's good enough to get you some wins. So I always found it like everybody disrespects Minshew. Everybody. Nobody wants him. Like I really hope he starts in fucking Vegas. That way we could hear McShithawk fucking cry about it.
Oh yeah, James is, I'm sure, victorious still. That's why we haven't heard from him. He's been on his victory laps for
Probably.
getting McShithawk fired.
But if I'm ranking them, I'd go Cousins, then I'd go Baker, then I'd go Wilson, then I'd go Minshew. And of course, that's assuming Minshew starts. All right,
I like that list.
let's
I
go to
like that
running
list.
back. Oh,
Man, that definitely had a rip away at my heart and a gift back to it. And that bringing up running backs and what happened today, because to have to say goodbye to a guy like Aaron Jones is rough. It's a part of the business, but he definitely was a great dude to have
yeah.
as a player on my team. So
Yeah.
whoever gets him is going to get a solid guy. I hope he gets picked up by somebody and paid.
Yep. The biggest running back free agent signing was Barkley, which I knew he wanted this type of money. I didn't think anybody would give it to him, though. Barkley signed a 3-year, $37.75 million contract.
Yeah, and the Eagles are trying to get over the hump and continue to get back to the promised land. Which I mean, they did like a trial run with Swift, and now he's gone. And actually, I think Swift got picked up by the Bears.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll start there.
Oh, he's going to definitely start there because the
Yeah.
Bears, I think, lost what's his name before, but Barkley with the Eagles is
Now,
going to be behind.
is that a big upgrade over Swift, in your opinion?
Can he go back to the Barkley of a couple years ago? Now that he has an O line again, you don't think?
Well, the thing with the Eagles is like, is it because they've never had like a true workhorse, and at least under Sirianni? That is that the
Maybe.
reason why they've never gone with a workhorse? Because they've always had a committee under Sirianni. Even last year with Swift, they were playing all those other dudes. They rotate in and out a lot. I feel like. So, to me, is it a huge upgrade? I mean, yeah, it is a big upgrade, but you could have paid a lot less for Swift. He signed a $24 million deal, so you could have saved $13.75 million.
Could have.
And maybe they said we'd rather have the workhorse. And pay more, because that's what they did. They upgraded, but they paid a lot more. So I think if they give him the ball, sure, he'll be a fucking top pick in fantasy again. His name recognition, like he's always going to be a high pick. But yeah, he hasn't performed the way he did early in his career, right? Like, it's probably that rookie year was probably his best year. I think he had one other good year. Let me check.
One other good year, yes, down the line.
Yeah, it was after the injury. Let's see. Yeah, his rookie year, he had 1307 yards, 5 yards per carry, 11 touchdowns. He also had 91 catches for 721 yards, 4 receiving touchdowns. So he had 15 touchdowns.
Massive.
He had 2,000 fucking yards from scrimmage. And he's like never come close to that again. I mean, he replicated 1,300 in 2022.
Can he do it in green and black?
But he only caught 57 balls and 338 yards. So like the rushing production went down. And to me, or if you're in a PPR league, 91 for 721, that's like Kamara, that's like fucking McCaffrey. You know what I mean? That's like elite. But all these other ones are just good. So to me, I don't think he's a big upgrade. I think Swift is more versatile, but Barkley can pound the rock a little bit harder than Swift could, right? So I don't think that's not Swift's game to be a workhorse.
Now back up to us. We did throw a deal to one Josh Jacobs.
4-year, $48 million.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I mean,
wow.
We know he can grind. He did it to us last season.
That's the biggest one, not Barkley. Wow. So how much dead cap do you have from Aaron Jones?
That's a good question.
I can find out right now. I'm checking. But so it's a little bittersweet for you, huh? Like you're sad, but you're kind of, at least we got Jacobs.
Well, and that's it leads you to believe because we let Dylan go as well, so it's like we're hitting reset. Besides who we drafted last year or have them low on the depth chart, we're hitting reset.
Damn,
On
12.348 million dead cap. That's a lot. And Jones was playing on the same deal, 4-year, 48 million. So they're paying twice as much because they cut him. So they could have just kept him. You know what? He probably didn't want to take a pay cut.
We attempted to restructure, and that was going on today with Jones, but it fell through. Like at 2:00, they were still trying to apparently.
Oh shit!
Get a deal here.
All right,
because that would have been a great backfield tandem.
Sorry,
Jones and Jacobs, but
I mean that's like completely unnecessary.
Oh, dude, it would have been disgusting.
But Jacobs is probably like a little more bruisery than Jones, and he's just as good a catcher. Oh, look who's here!
Oh, coming up for the what's up?
He's he wants to say hello, or he wants to talk football. I don't know what he wants. He just wants attention. He's like, I hear you talking. Play with me. But yeah, Jacobs, like, are you excited to draft him in fantasy now?
I mean,
or are you going to pass on him?
He definitely excites me as a Packers fan to see what he can do on the field for the team. As a fantasy owner, yeah, I might not run to him.
Oh,
but if he's there, I would. I'm always tempted to grab our guys.
Yeah,
and that could be a guy who is there and is able to be grabbed because other people are not looking, our direction or looking his direction and what have you.
It's more fun when you're playing with your players.
And especially when they're doing good for sure.
Oh well, yeah, that matters too. Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
And so Tony Pollard goes to Tennessee, 3 years, $24 million. That's pretty affordable. And Pollard's not bad. He's not. I mean, I don't know. Tennessee's kind of a mess right now. I feel like.
Tennessee also picked up Lloyd Cushenberry. I saw, so they've been active in free agency.
Oh
which
yeah.
I guess they're trying to, get past got rid of our head coach blues as soon as possible.
And Swift goes to Chicago, 3 years, $24 million. Also, it seems like that's like the baseline for like the second tier of running backs, right? It's like that first tier is getting more.
The Vikings picked up Greenyard from y'all, but Danielle Hunter is out there to be gotten. I repeat, Danielle Hunter is available for your defense to come and create havoc.
Yep.
Live on scene, because that's what he does. As a Packers fan, if he leaves the division, I would not be sad. unless he joined us, then it'd be glorious.
But he wouldn't be leaving the division if he joined you.
He'd be joining the right side.
But Swift, the Bears drafted a running back last year, and he did pretty good when he played. I think they're going to be in a committee. And Swift has injury history. I don't know. I mean, he got paid. He got his money. That's fine. But Chicago's not really a place you want to go to. Who knows what could happen if they draft Caleb Williams? Maybe he pulls a CJ Stroud and turns it around for them. It's possible.
They got to get the line culture back online there too. That's going to take a bit of draft as well, but they also
That's
need
true.
weapons. There's a lot of needs in Chicago.
There are. So I mean, Swift is
And
one piece of the puzzle, and he'll
Swift
certainly
is
help.
one piece of the puzzle. Yeah, absolutely, he'll help, but you know, can they keep him healthy? Can because
Maybe
he
he'll
wasn't
have
really
better luck there.
well, he also wasn't the featured guy per se in Philly at
That's
all.
that's true. But he did. He did. I mean, he did have 1,000 yards, didn't he, or close to it?
He did well. He had stats, and if you had him in fantasy, you weren't hating life.
But you were still upset that a bunch of other running backs were touching the ball too. You know,
Well,
it's
and
like, oh, that's opportunity for him that's taken away.
well, unless you have Hurts like me, who just
Oh,
like takes it
that's true.
himself.
That's another one. He eats a lot of rushing touchdowns. Eckler, nobody wants to pay Eckler. It's crazy how this man is like, well, maybe not last year, but it was like leading the league in touchdowns. And like he signed a 2-year deal worth up to 11.43. Like,
It makes him a little cringy that he was excited to be a actual owner of himself in fantasy because he said he was a hard player to get in his league, and
well,
I'm like,
yeah, he's one of the
that's
best running backs.
but that's just weird that he's like geeking out about that a little bit. It's like, all right, Austin, settle down, guy.
And well, there was I've talked to a lot of Texan fans that wanted Saquon to come here. And he did list C.J. Stroud as a quarterback he wanted to play with.
Indeed.
Um, and so I was like, well, I'd be okay with it if he didn't ask for fucking 12, 13 million. But when that went out the window because he signed with Philly, I was like, well, we can just re-sign Devin Singletary because he actually was pretty. He almost had 1,000 yards too last year. Remember, he took over for Damian Pierce.
Yes,
It's a
I do remember
completely
that.
different running scheme now under the new guy. So like when Pierce was a rookie and he almost had 1,000 yards, they were like a power running team. This is like a lot of runs in shotgun. So you need like, elusive running backs. You need shifty guys, not power guys. And even though Pierce can put some moves on you, he's a power back. He'd rather hit you than dance around you. So Singletary took over and he was much better. And I was like, I wouldn't be opposed to signing him. You know what I mean? It probably wouldn't take much.
Right.
And so, but that's out the window too because he went to New York Giants. So he's replacing Barkley. He's probably going to be the starter there, or probably in a committee, one of the two. Who knows? But I don't know what the Texans are going to do at running back. I mean, Dobbins is one of the better free agents.
You
But
guys could
but
go
he
get
but he tore his Achilles.
you guys
So
could go get Jones.
yeah, the Texans could get Jones.
He's from Texas.
Right.
I
They
mean,
could they could also go after Derrick Henry. He's not signed either. Those are the two biggest names that
I
aren't
feel like
signed.
Jones would be a way bigger plus than Henry
Well,
right
Henry's a
now as
power
far as
back. So I just finished saying how like they're not a power running team anymore. So Henry wouldn't make any sense.
nope,
Jones
Jones, baby.
makes more sense because he's like a mix of both. I feel like he's a little bit power and a little bit elusive.
I was gonna say elusive is a great word to use for him because he does that sweet sidestep that
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
look like a lot, but man, when he gets downfield, it's like fuck yeah, that was like a 25-yard run that could have been for like -2, but because he did that move, is like gone.
yeah,
It's great. Like I said, whoever gets him, and who knows, maybe it's you guys. That'd be awesome.
true. And like you could start Jones, and then you could still use Pierce at the goal line and for like
Yep,
short yardage
just like
situations when you actually
we
do
did
run
with Hill.
power. But then you could just have Jones on the field most of the time because Jones is a very nice target to throw the ball to, like to get rid of the ball to. Like that's one of his best qualities is the passing game. He's very good at it. So the question would be, would Stroud fucking check down?
If he had a dude like Jones, I think he would. I think that would be like his sometimes go to, be like, oh shit, yeah, wheel route, here we come.
That's your fucking favorite.
It's gonna be Stroud's favorite. When he does those things right, man, it's sweet. But that's all how we know. That's all if. That's all if.
Yeah, and it's only the first day of free agency, but maybe later, once more guys get signed, we can come back and talk about all them. But
we'll grade that.
The receivers, Ridley is probably not going back to Jacksonville because they signed Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis, yeah, what a signing there. And we didn't touch on this in the quarterback section. Maybe buku to us, but Mac Jones went and signed with the Jags. But I guess we don't care to even mention that Mac Jones is going to be. Backup.
Trevor's the starter, right?
Yeah.
So
okay.
Even though he's not that good, he's still the starter.
But the Gabe coming down south, he could be a big help down there.
Yeah, 3 years, $39 million with a max value of 50. That's a good deal for a guy that hasn't gone over 1,000. I don't think he's gone over 1,000 yards. He might have come close, but he's a guy that's like so frustrating in fantasy because you expect more numbers.
Expect none, and then he explodes.
Right. That's what he is. He's a boom or bust player. You're gonna get like 25 or 3. But Marquise Brown, Brown has not been signed either. So Ridley and Brown are still free agents.
Hollywood Brown out and floating.
Yeah, he's any team that needs a speed option could go after him. And then Samuel, he was with Washington. He's not signed either.
Who did Cleveland just pick up?
I'm not sure. Daryl Mooney. Darnell Mooney. I was like, what? Mooney is a free. He's not signed either. KJ Osborne, he's not signed. Wow, wide receivers are like not being signed. Odell not signed. Boyd.
Bigfoot checks in and says, "Listen, hoes, Tyson is going to fuck up Machine Gun Kelly."
Fucking Bigfoot.
All right, bud. Good to see you.
Oh, look, this guy signed with New England. He re-signed with the Patriots. Kendrick Bourne. Michael Thomas is a free agent also. It's about time the Saints got smart. Let him go. I mean, how long has he been screwing them around?
Yeah, long enough.
It's like he got paid and then he's like, oh, my foot.
He got paid to do a lot of rehab.
I know, right? Tight ends are receivers. Why sign receivers when the draft is full of cheap ones? That's true, but you don't always hit. At least these guys have put up like what you're getting out of these guys.
I think Gabe is a good one to go and get. Gabe Davis is there in that instance because you do know what you're going to get.
That is a lot of money though. 3 years, 39 for Gabe Davis. That's a lot. I wouldn't want to pay that.
You're not. It's the Jaguars.
I know, but I wouldn't want to. If he came to the Tech, I'd be like, damn it, that's a waste of money. Could go after other guys that are more important. Like Bigfoot said, just fucking draft a receiver. But okay, tight ends, receivers, they're the same thing. Henry re-signed with the Pats. It seems like the Pats are just re-signing everybody. $27 million.
They're just like, play here? Question mark.
Fant is staying with Seattle, 2 years, $21 million. That's a lot. Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's it for tight ends. At least on this list. Tyron Smith, I read about this. He is testing free agency, probably leaving the Cowboys.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's 33 though, so you're not going to get a guy. Although, what if he plays until like 38? Then maybe you could get a left tackle but he's probably going to be paid a lot. Probably a lot. Trent Brown, he's not signed. Jonah Williams, he's not. Damn. Another re-signing for the Patriots, Mike Onwenu. 3 years, $57 million. Holy shit, that's a lot of money for an interior line.
All right. Hey. Like they like what they saw.
Robert Hunt, 5 years, $100 million contract. Wow. Interior line got paid. Holy shit. Yeah, and you mentioned it earlier. Grenard, going to Minnesota, 4 years, $76 million. I wanted them to keep him, but I knew it was going to cost a lot. I didn't think it was going to cost that much.
Yeah, but what if you turn around and get Danielle? I keep saying Danielle Hunter is out there. You too could have a Hunter on your defense.
Yeah, but I mean, Hunter hasn't. I mean, last year I know he did well, but they were a very aggressive defense, Minnesota, last year. It's like the first time in a long time they changed like their, because remember it was like fucking Zimmer for a long time. Or who was it? Who was the other guy? There's another guy there. Wasn't there? Who's the fucking coach in Minnesota? I don't even remember.
Oh,
but they're an attacking defensive line. So I think Hunter's sacks are inflated. Who?
The defensive coach in Minnesota is Flores, Brian Flores.
Right. And he has a very like aggressive style of defense.
Absolutely.
So I think his numbers are inflated. So everybody's like, you got to go get him. I'm like, well, I don't know. Now I'll say this: the Houston defense is the same way. It's an attacking defensive line. And I mean, he's gone 14.5 twice, 12.5 once, 10.5 once, and then he's been under 10 3 times. So there's a lot of up and down here. Well, one of those times he missed half the season. But you know, he probably would have done good the year he got hurt. He would have had double digits again. So okay, so for 5 years he's pretty much been consistent. I just don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't know. I think the numbers were a little inflated. And it would probably cost more than Grenard. I know it would cost more than Grenard. And I'm not exactly sure if Hunter, if he's like a power rusher or a speed rusher. But either way, Anderson's on the other side. Bigfoot says, so Steelers, is Russell going to have his revenge year? Like Watson, Reed, Dobbs, all garbage. Philly better spend some serious money on the offensive line since their whole team retired. Barkley's going to get eaten alive with a bunch of rookie linemen. That's true. Fucking Kelsey retired. I forgot about that. But it would probably cost more than $20 million to get Hunter. And at this point, the Texans haven't really signed anyone. Like they've made cheap sign. Well, the one guy they gave money to was Schultz. They gave him $12 million a season, which I think is too much. Bryce Huff went to Philadelphia. Chase Young is a free agent. I would rather have Chase Young than Danielle Hunter. Is it Darius Smith? Oh, he's re-signing with Cleveland. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Van Ginkel signing a 2-year contract with the Minnesota Vikings. So now they have Van Ginkel and Grenard. Wow.
And fucking Ginkel.
Clowney is a free agent. Who would have thought?
Surprise.
Let's see. Corners are pretty. Oh, defensive line. Yeah. Okay. So I was hoping Chris Jones would come to Houston because Houston needs big time help on the defensive on the interior defensive line.
Hey, Bigfoot. Since we have you in here, I had to know. Did you see the footage of Cam Newton getting in a fight with three individuals at the same time? These dudes couldn't even knock his hat off.
I
I
mean,
just wanted to know.
why are you only taking two dudes with you to take down Cam Newton? Like that's a big guy.
I mean, in Bigfoot's defense, this guy wore onesies, so he figured like three
Yeah.
guys should be able to come at him, but no, apparently not. They couldn't even get his hat off of his head with his tall ass hair. Granted, he's got tall hair. The hair's there to hold it, but come on. Like, why? I guess why attack Cam Newton in the first place? But then if you're gonna do it, at least like I don't know, take him to the ground. Oh, here we go.
His hat is
Yeah,
glued on. I told you he has it attached somehow. There's no way it would stay on. But anyway, that's hilarious. Chris Jones, 5-year, $158 million, dude.
hey, he
Crazy.
commands it. He commands it. They pay it. The Chiefs will be
Yeah,
kicking the can down the road for years to come. They just don't want this to end.
yeah. But I mean, he's worth it. He's really good. Christian Wilkins is another good one. When the Chiefs re-signed Jones, I said, okay, well, Wilkins is the best after that. But he goes to Vegas on a 4-year, $110 million deal. I wouldn't mind that at all.
That's a pretty good pickup right there.
Yeah. And so Eric Armstead was cut by the 49ers, or they asked him to take a pay cut, and I think he said no, so they cut him. Um, that's an option now. So like now that these other guys have signed, Leonard Williams also re-signed with Seattle, 3 years, $64 million. Eric Armstead's there.
I think I
And
even saw Andy Reid's going to get a new deal in Kansas City. So I mean, like I said, Kansas City's just trying to
yeah,
ride this wave.
definitely. Linebackers, there's some movement. Oh wow, the Texans signed Azeez Al-Shaair, 3-year, $34 million. Wow, I need to see this guy's stats. He's 6'2", 228. That's kind of small for a linebacker. He might be the weak side linebacker. Let's see. Oh, he played in Tennessee last year. 141 tackles? Damn. He had 2 sacks, 4 passes defensed, no interceptions. And he recovered a fumble. So he's probably, I mean, well, he has 2 sacks, so that means they blitzed him. But he has a lot of solo tackles, a lot of assists, so I don't know if he's a run stuffer, blitzer type of guy, or maybe he's covered. I mean, to not have an interception if you're coverage, that sucks.
Yeah.
But not all guys get them. You know, sometimes you don't get them. And this guy is fucking what did I say? 6'2", 228? Okay. I got to see more of this guy. What the hell? I'm trying to go back. It won't let me go back. Jesus.
The pack picking up Xavier McKinney was a good move for us as well.
That is a good move.
At the safety position.
Damn, Cashman signing with the Minnesota Vikings on a 3-year deal worth up to $25 million. Oh man, I mean, I would have. Why didn't the Texans offer that to him? Cashman was great for the Texans. So I guess they view this Al Shahir guy as a better version of Cashman. But I thought Cashman was kind of big. Yeah, he's 237, but he was covering. He did a lot of coverage last year. Well, maybe he didn't want to come back. Maybe he wanted to leave.
Yeah, you
Corners.
never know.
Looks like no corners. Okay. Awuzie goes to Tennessee, 3-year, $36 million. Nelson with the Texans. He probably could re-sign for like a 1-year deal. Tre'Davious White. Oh, he tore his Achilles though. That's all for corner. Safety. Yeah, Xavier McKinney. 4 years, $68 million. That's not bad. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, free agent again. Not a lot of safety signing either.
No,
Okay.
we let Darnell Savage go. I think he did get picked up by somebody.
Damn, the Texans not damn, but like the Texans are the only team to re-sign a kicker. Oh no, they agreed to a 3-year extension. Well, yeah, I guess they're re-signing. 3-year, $15.9 million. So he's getting 5.3 average. I guess that's not bad. That's not great, but it's not bad. If you're gonna get a veteran kicker, you're probably gonna have to pay him, right? You want to save money? Go fucking get a rookie. Get a rookie
Yeah.
that it'll be cheap. You don't even need to draft one, dude. Just get a rookie free agent. Just make sure you get the best one. But did you have any written down that we didn't go over? Bigfoot says the salary cap is a joke. They added 55 million to it this year. Yet they did. For the first time since I've lived here, Cowboys fans aren't saying shit about next year is our year. Dak is about to be what? Run out of town. Jimmy Johnson is as GM is the push by fans. Oh my god, bro! Jimmy's
God.
having too much fun fishing.
We did have one trade note that I notated. The Giants traded with the Panthers for Brian Burns.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good one.
And they all they sent for it was a second and a fifth. So for the first time in a while, the Giants actually make a good move,
Yeah.
decent move. So applause to them.
Yep. But
We got that, and we didn't really
it,
touch on.
it doesn't matter how good the fucking the defense is if your offense can't score.
Well, that's true.
Bigfoot says fans fucking love Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy's a lovable guy. That's why he's on
Yeah,
Fox.
the
Mac
hair.
Jones to the yeah, the hair. Yeah, it's like a shell. Mac Jones to the Jags. I know, dude. Mac Jones just wants to like hide.
Who's gonna pick up Marquez Valdez Scantling now that the Chiefs let him go?
Oh God, nobody probably.
Does anybody want that bag of jewels?
I don't think anybody would get him.
The Rodgers and crew, they'll go get him. He'll go be a Jet.
I don't think him and Rodgers were butt buddies like that.
I mean, he could try to pull old strings, and Rodgers is like, anybody who likes me, come on.
But he'll probably get signed when there's a lot of injuries. That's probably when he'll come in. But there's way better options than him, honestly. Like even Mahomes doesn't want to play with him. You know what I mean? Like that's bad.
Yeah, I mean,
What the hell? Video popped up.
When is Rodgers moving to the Vikings? Dude, it feels like that could happen. Just because that happened, and you would see a very angry me. Because I was a very angry me when Favre went there. It will return. I promise you.
Did you hear what he said? He wants to play like 4 more years, possibly.
I mean, if he keeps pissing everybody off up there, I don't know if how possible that's going to be. Like at
Yeah,
this point, like he's got very few like fans. It feels like, and that's coming from a guy who still kind of like tries to root for him, even though we pick on him here on this channel. Still want him to, do okay. I don't want him to go win a Super Bowl with the Jets, but go do okay. Don't
go
go
be
tear
go
your
be good enough,
don't
but
tear your
but
Achilles
not
on the first
great.
drive.
Yeah, that's dude. That was like the biggest letdown. Every
Oh yeah.
fucking buddy was so excited to see Rodgers, especially after fucking Hard Knocks, dude.
And
Everybody.
he ran out with the American flag and everything. And it was like it was so perfect. Oh, it was so good. And then boom.
Have the Jets made an offer to Love yet?
No, because Rodgers is still there for now. And we haven't like let Love, win a Super Bowl and do all the other fun things first before he gets to go to the Jets. That's got to happen first, Bigfoot. Those are the rules.
I bet you he regrets that extension he signed. Remember, he added on like an extra year,
Yeah,
and it was very cheap. It was like super cheap. I remember thinking,
we'll
like,
see.
damn, are you scared you're going to fail and you're trying to secure more money right now? Like, if you
Yeah,
do great, you could fucking get like 60 million, which he had 30 touchdowns. There weren't that many that went over 30 this year. So, like, now he just needs to do it from the beginning of the year, right? Don't start after the fucking, week 12 or whatever. Like, from one point on the season, he had two completely different halves. So the question is, can he start off playing great, or is it going to take him time to ramp up? You know what I mean? Like, that's the question.
well, everybody's saying that about Kirk Cousins too. It's going to take him time to ramp up. Injury, same injury as Rodgers.
That's true. That is
I think
true.
I think the difference
What happened
is
way later?
exactly. So I think Rodgers might have the edge there a little bit. Like he might be off to the races a little bit more per se. Um, and I don't think we're gonna see like scrambling Rodgers unless he absolutely has to, like they're in his face.
Oh well,
Like
but
we're gonna.
let's be honest. There's times where there's guys in his face and he just like collapses to the ground. Like he can't get
Oh yeah.
away every time. He doesn't have that anymore. But yeah, sometimes there's a clear lane, and if he commits to that, he could still run. But yeah, dude, I mean, remember when Dak broke his leg? He doesn't run much anymore. And in Achilles, like that's a little different. But I don't know. Bigfoot says the only thing Rodgers can scramble is his brain on drugs.
You're just jealous because he's got better drugs than you got, my brother.
Yeah, he's jealous he doesn't get to sip whiskey with Rodgers. Because he knows Rodgers sips it and doesn't shoot it.
Yeah, he actually, yeah, because Rodgers has shit he can never afford. Hell, none of us could afford it. We had the three of
Yeah,
us
none
got
of
together.
us.
We can't afford. So I'm being real here, Bigfoot. Don't think I'm poking at you that hard. Like the shit he buys is stupid, ridiculous. Like what? Okay, good for you.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Oh, you also got all kinds of other things that are not field and football related. But and retired players, what's up with Richard Sherman, man? He's done got himself another DUI this
Oh yeah.
offseason.
Well,
Is he going to still be with Amazon, you think?
yeah,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so too. They're not going to.
You think they'll make him do like a PSA or something?
Absolutely, but he'll still have a job.
Well, yeah, that's the important thing. Bigfoot says, "Oh, blow it out your ass with all that shooting garbage." He hates that.
You love it. You love it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised he doesn't like Rodgers. Him and Rodgers are probably very similar.
Oh, you know they are.
Yeah.
They're the smartest guys in the room.
Oh yeah.
They know a lot about toilets. They know a lot about dark spaces.
Oh, definitely. Dark basements,
I
dark
mean, I bet
caves.
Rogers was a redhead. He just died out.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you know he's been dyeing his hair since he was like 5.
He's like, fuck, I can't be this guy.
No one will take me seriously.
Just ask Bigfoot in Dallas, Texas. No, I'm just kidding, buddy. I'm sure
We're
everybody takes you serious.
we're just pulling your balls.
Yeah, we're just pulling your flush handle there, sir.
But yeah, I mean, Dak's gonna get paid 60 million. You think that's too much?
Yes.
Yes. For any quarterback or for Dak?
No, for Dak.
What would you think Dak should be paid?
I mean, maybe kick him down the low 50s, I guess. I don't know, dude. It's just not it's not there. And I feel like he probably knows it too.
So if Mahomes, what is Mahomes owed? What should he get paid?
Well, how do you even calculate that? The man has been
Well, if you were the owner, what would you say is fair to pay him? Like, let's say the salary
whatever.
cap didn't matter. What would you think?
Oh man.
Is he worth 60 or more?
I number.
60 is a
It's
big
the hard,
number. Yeah, it is pretty. It's a lot, dude.
it's a hard thing to run a
Like
team around.
just a few years ago, the highest quarterback salary was like 30 million. Just a few years ago, it was Matt Ryan.
Jeez, how times have changed.
I know, it's fucking stupid. Bigfoot says Dak is worth 20 maybe. Send Dak somewhere, move up in the draft, go for the kid from Oregon. He is a good backup behind Wilson.
Damn. Take it to the paint there, Bigfoot. You can tell he's in full basketball season swing.
I don't think the Cowboys would do that. Jerry likes spending money. Dude, I wonder who's going to get Hard Knocks next. I hope it's someone good. Fucking
Anders?
I don't want to watch them. No, I just don't.
Well, they're
That
eligible.
I don't think that would be a good one. I'd still watch it, but I want a better team than that. Bigfoot with a bunch of shamrocks or whatever those
That's
are.
right.
Oh
Happy
Celtics
happy
are playing
March.
right now on ESPN. I think I have it on right now. They're playing
I'm sure they're
Portland.
winning.
Yeah, they are. Oh no, it's on NBA TV. It's on NBA TV. I don't know if you watch the Celtics, Bigfoot, but
Yeah.
Tatum needs to get his shit together. I know, right? Who does he think he is? I thought he was a fucking winner.
Yeah, he's
Missing shots, missing buzzer beaters, and he's all pro.
hey. It's all about what school he went to, all right?
Or not all pro, fucking what first team. That's what they call it in basketball, first team. But the basketball playoffs are going to be fun. Honestly, dude, I don't like the fucking play-in tournament. I think it's fucking stupid. They need to get rid of that shit. And the fucking in-season tournament also. What the fuck is the point? Who cares?
Brandon Perna tweeted, he's a YouTube guy, that Djokovic is the best passer in the state of Colorado, which is probably not wrong, considering they don't have a quarterback
Yep,
in Denver right now.
it's
But
true.
did you see that at full court? Like he just chucked it down there, and a guy like jumped up, grabbed it, and laid it in. Like,
Yeah. You
that's nuts.
think the Nuggets have a chance to repeat?
I think that's a better question for Bigfoot. What do you think, Bud?
I
Can
mean,
the
it's hard to stop Jokic.
Well, the Celtics got to get back to the promised land.
The lumbering oaf.
They've had teams that have stopped them in years. But like last year, I believe, wasn't it the Heat? I do believe it was the Heat last season.
Was it? No, they won last year, didn't they?
No.
Who won last year then?
Denver. The Nuggets.
Isn't that who we're talking about? I said
Yeah,
Jokic.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought we were. I was talking about the Celtics too at the same time. So that's my bad.
Oh yeah, you guys didn't win. I know that. But so Miami beat the Celtics is what you're saying?
Yeah. I was saying the Celtics need to get back. That's what I was saying, is that the Celtics need to get back to the big one to see if they can get a chance to take off.
Who did Denver beat? Oh, Miami. Yeah, you're right, man. It was Miami. What the fuck? Fucking goddamn, what's his name? Spoelstra? Is that guy a Hall of Fame coach or what?
I mean, he has to be.
That guy's just fucking taking every team to the finals.
And Jimmy Butler was your main dude, but then you fell in love with dudes like Bam and other players. Like, you were like, yeah,
that's true.
I knew nothing about these guys, but now I'm rooting for them. So yeah, the guy's got something going on.
Yeah,
definitely better situation than Popovich.
Yeah, fucking Spurs suck.
I saw their alternate uniforms. It say ST. SATX. Instead of just having the spur, it says that, and I'm like, that doesn't even look good. It has that and the number. I'm like, come on, San Antonio.
San Antonio sucks.
Oh well, it's cool because Tommy lives there.
It's like a big Brownsville. That's all it is. Seriously, that's all it is. It's just a humongous Brownsville. So I don't like it.
But I mean, they got good food.
Yeah, there's good food everywhere.
Nah, I mean, I could say I've been places that are in need of somebody who knows how to use a spatula.
Well, yeah, I don't go out as much as you do, so you might be right. But if you look hard enough, you can find good food anywhere.
No, you're right. It's not hard, or you can at least find it to make it.
True.
In worst case.
True. Cook it yourself. But the Rockets are like kind of right there, just outside the fucking playing tournament. So it's like, well, I remember saying this last year. I hate the playing tournament, but it might actually benefit the Rockets because they're right around there. They're not a playoff contender yet, but they have a chance to make the playing tournament. Their schedule is like the easiest it's been all year, this stretch that they're in. So they could rattle off a bunch of wins, get back to 500, and who knows, maybe make the play-in and maybe win the fucking play-in and get into the playoffs. And then they'd probably get wrecked by fucking Minnesota or somebody, but at least they'd fucking go. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Like the same year the Texans come back, the fucking Rockets come back too to the playoffs. That would be cool. And then, of course, the Astros will probably be in the playoffs again, unless like disaster happens.
Did you guys actually click the link and watch Banana Ball in Houston?
No, I didn't. No.
Oh, dude, come on now. Y'all gotta watch. That shit is hilarious.
You know how I don't like watching videos.
It was in Houston. It was in Minute Maid Park. It
I
wasn't a
mean,
video. It was
there's
a live stream. It was a
like
game.
a streamer was streaming it or what?
No, they have their own like network,
Oh,
Banana
okay.
Ball Network.
So they were like
Like,
in the booth.
yeah,
Oh wow,
they had
that's kind of
it.
cool.
It was the very first time they were able to do a game at an MLB stadium, and it was at Minute Maid Park in Houston.
Really, I didn't hear about it.
Dude, yeah, it was sold out. Like we were looking at
That's
buying
that's,
tickets for the
that's probably
ones.
why.
We were looking at buying tickets for the ones in Norfolk as the closest it comes to me. It was the only scalper ones available for $400 a ticket. I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not. This isn't.
What? That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Well, it's scalper ticket. Well, people love this shit. I'm telling you, if you go and look it up, it's hilarious because I can't describe it other than it's just wildness.
All right, I tell
The
you
whole thing.
what. When I get into bed, I'll click it and I'll see how long I can last. But normally I'm out like right away when I hit the bed. So
Yeah, yeah, I don't know if that'll take you
I
to
might get 5 minutes, maybe.
that might take you to the beginning of that game stream. Who knows? Or it might, take you to something and be
I
like,
could
"Look,
scroll around though. So,
oh yeah,
but
Savannah Bananas."
whatever I can do until I get sleepy. Because once I start feeling my eyes, I'm like, oh shit! I turn the phone off and that's it. I don't even. Next thing I know, I'm awake in the morning. Cat's staring at me again. He was fucking sitting on my head earlier. You know how he likes to attack me with his ass?
Yeah, he's an ass attacker. That's for sure.
Yep. Deadly. Deadly with those ass punches. Um, but, in the NFL draft, you guys are picking right behind us. Did you know that?
I know. I had a feeling it was somewhere close, and that's pretty cool. I mean, we're gonna see.
It's going to I mean, unless there's a trade back to back picks during the draft, that's going to be cool.
Yeah, yeah, definitely can't wait to stream that
But you know
and
what?
get
I
a
was
live reaction.
I was thinking there might be a lot of trade ups at the end of the first round for some of those like second tier quarterbacks. We're in prime position. Whoa, shit. Did you see the
Yeah, but
cat?
speak of the ass bat.
Oh my god. He's like, I'll show you my ass right now. Look at that. Cat just climbed the chair. But we're in prime position if we want to trade down
To do so.
to do so because it's usually those like back end first rounders. They're not as expensive as the top ones. So like the first three quarterbacks, May, Williams, McCarthy, those guys are probably going top 5. I'd be surprised if they get out of the top 10. But
Right.
but even then, like top 5, they should go top 5. But those next like 4 quarterbacks probably could, because they want that extra year. They want that 5th year option. Because it's not a lot. And what's the whole like objective is when you have a rookie, they don't get paid as much as like 60 million, or even Kirk Cousins getting like 45. It's way less than that, right? So that means you can allocate money to other positions and it's easier. And then when you pay your quarterback, you fucking lose people. So like for everybody that has rookies or that wants to get rookies, like this is the window, to try to win. Because then you fucking pay the dude, whether he fucking wins the Super Bowl or not. You have to pay him 45 million, no matter what. So it's like it's just better to pay him if he's had success. But it's hard, man. Not everybody can be successful. Somebody's got to lose, and
There's 31 losers
yep,
every year.
yep.
Right now, we're one of them. Are you?
I mean, everybody's a
So,
winner right now.
yeah, we're all actually. I take that back. We're all winners right
Yeah,
now.
we're all winners right now because nobody's lost. And although in free agency, some teams are bigger winners than others.
We're all winners because somewhere there's a Karen that's going to show up to Bigfoot's showroom tomorrow and ask him a question he does not want to answer, but he is going to because he is a great customer serviceman.
No, she's just gonna go in there and shit in a toilet, and then be like,
Or,
"It doesn't work," and then he's gonna have to clean it up.
yep, that's true. God bless you, Bigfoot.
You do the Lord's work.
Yeah, you do God's work, sir.
He's probably not even in here anymore. He probably went to bed.
No, at this point, he's like, I hate these guys.
Nah, he doesn't.
What are
Well,
you talking about?
well, maybe,
Maybe just
but
a little less than Eric Bieniemy hating the NFL because now he's not even in it, and he's the offensive coordinator for USC
that's a pretty good
University.
gig. You can get a head coaching job from that gig in college,
He could,
and he'd be better in college anyway. It's easier, dude. You
yeah.
can still get paid a shitload to be a head coach in college,
Well,
and
Southern Cal is a good school, like you said. Like you're gonna get attention.
right, they normally have good
High school
recruiting
football.
classes. His ass
Oh,
is like
everybody wants to
slowly
go.
getting lower and lower. Look at him waving that thing everywhere, trying to hit me with it.
Yep, he is.
Oh my god, this cat. Okay. But we pretty much went over everybody meaningful. I mean, we left out a few positions, but that's okay. I
Yeah,
guess parting ways, or before we part ways, just to talk about the draft a little. What do you think is the Packers' most pressing need in the first round? What do you think they're going to do there?
I dare say we may break mold. We've done it thus far and being very active in free agency. We may break mold and get an offensive weapon as far as like either a wide receiver or who knows a running back now at this point.
I don't think
But
there's any first
I,
round running backs this year.
well, in all
The running
honesty,
back class isn't. It doesn't have like a. It doesn't have a Bijan. Let's put it that way. So there won't be a first rounder.
well, you know, I get that sneaking suspicion that they might go for a splash player. More than likely, probably go with O lineman.
Well,
Like you
you
know,
lost some, didn't you?
we lost Runyon,
Shit.
who was a fairly good, and let Dave Bakhtiari go. But I mean, he didn't play
And
this year.
those what positions? That's left tackle and right tackle.
Yes.
Wow. So your bookends
So
are
yeah,
gone.
O line. Well, we still have plenty there, and other guys. It's just, do we go get another guy? Probably, probably. That's it. I see us doing the. If we don't splash it, it's going to be the typical Packers solid, drafting top prime for. I mean, we have good O line play most years, so can't complain.
Yeah,
Except
that's true.
lots of people like to because it's fun.
Yeah, Texans. I mean, I think D line is an option. I don't know if they would go offensive line because it's really interior that they need, and you don't really see too many interior linemen go in the first round. Sometimes you see it if it's like a crazy prospect, but normally those
No,
guys are like second round, third round.
it's all about the edge or like the deep safety or like the next Dion type dude.
Yeah. I mean, the Texans could use another weapon on offense. Does that mean they go after a running back? I mean, a wide receiver? There's quite a few wide receivers that are going to go in the first round. And if they don't trade their pick, they're going to be there, right around there. They won't be able to get the top guys. Those guys will be gone by round 10 or by pick 10. But
it's a possibility that somebody may slide.
like that second tier of wide receivers will probably start going in the late first, mid to late
Indeed.
first, second round. So like it'd be one of those guys that they'd go after. Honestly, I don't think they need to. Like you can get wide receivers in the third or fourth round now, like fifth round, sixth round, dude. Like you just need to make
Good
sure
point.
you hit on the right guy. So I feel like the Texans could go D-line first round, second round. They could get a guard because they need one starter on the line. But then again, you could also get a running back because they didn't sign one. They let Singletary go, so all they have is Pierce, and he doesn't really fit the scheme. So running back in the second round, that could be an option.
Well,
And of course, defense. D'Amico is a defensive coach, right? So he's gonna go after guys he wants that he feels like fit his scheme. So, it could be a defensive heavy draft. I'm just glad that like they're paying attention to both sides equally. And I mean, this team needs a lot of upgrades. Let's be honest. Like there's some positions that are locked in, but for the most part, they overachieved with like lesser players. It's the schemes and the coaching that fucking like elevated, and of course Stroud playing amazing helps a lot. But defensively, like shit was different defensively too, and but the draft isn't until the end of April, so we're still like a month and a half away.
Well, I'm sure we'll get another holy shit reaction video here once more stuff drops.
Yeah, maybe like either early next week or end of the week.
Something like that.
Once more guys get signed, we can like take a total look at like, all of the guys. Cause there's a lot of guys on this list that are not signed. So, but because it was the first day of free agency, we got excited. We were like, let's get on there.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's get in there and talk shit to Bigfoot. That's always fun.
Let them know. Let them know the Celtics may win. They may win.
It's possible. But that's it for our stream tonight. Short stream, free agency, frenzy, and of course, we'll either be on sometime later this weekend or next week.
Sorry about the vertical view on my end. Hopefully Discord gets their shit together.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering why I look like this.
He comes in upside down when he has his monitor or his thing the other way.
Let us know in the chat or the comments if you want me to go vampire mode for one stream.
That's what I should have done with the poll. Do you want to see Rob upside down or vertical?
Yep. So let us know. We'll see what happens next time around for your entertainment purposes.
Yeah. I'll put it. I think I could put polls on the site, not on a video, just on the site somewhere, and our followers can
they can let us know.
They can answer there. But anyway, it's a weeknight, so we're gonna call it here. And Rob and I will talk about the next stream, and you'll see us on. But good night, everybody.
See you guys soon.
Good night, Rob. See you later.
Good night, later.
The King's Army says hi. Hey, we're just ending the stream, but we're going to be back next week. But thanks for stopping in.